This topic has been hitting me hard for the past 72 hours, which is the concept and this lesson of taking things slow, of not rushing into things, of learning how to play the long game. So many guys, so many girls, men, women, they try to rush things. They try to get things fast. I think a huge example of this is money. Who doesn't want money fast? But in terms of getting money fast, is there really a way to do so that's so, quote unquote, ethical, that doesn't go against your morals, your integrity, the values that were provided for you growing up? And so I'm learning how to play the long game even more so. I think this is a gift that my dad has given me and my brother pretty well, learning how to see the bigger picture. But I'm seeing it in a different context now, especially in terms of dating, especially in terms of business, especially in terms of life. I was going to say life goals, but really it's about life. I used to have this philosophy that I am 21 years old. I am 20 years old. I'm 19 years old. I'm 16 years old. I think coming out of this relationship, this break of my last ex, I'm really learning from this relationship. And one thing I want to take away from this relationship, first and foremost, and there are so many things, but the first being, you're not 21 years old. You are 21 years young. You are 20 years young. You are 15 years young. You are 13 years young. You are 40 years young. You are 50 years young. You are 70 years young. There's so much life to have. This whole thing of Buddha's beginner mind, it's true. When you think that you're so old and you're so wise, you forget to learn. And so I'm trying to live with both of these concepts. I'm both 21 years old, I'm also 21 years young. I am 21. Leave it at that. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Let's just make it simple, okay? And let's learn to play the long game. I think everything in life, yeah, you could get it. You could chase after your goals and dreams and desires. But one thing I keep saying to my brother is, who's gonna go farther? The man who said who's gonna run the mile, or the man who's gonna just say, I love to run. I'm just running because it's so fun. So whether this is dating, whether this is business, sales, school, working at a job, building these long-lasting relationships, let's not think of things to be so transactional, but rather to just ride the wave of what it is and just be thankful for what it is. Even the shitty parts, even the parts that just make you feel gut-wrenching awful inside, where you're up at night thinking, what if it could be like this? But what if we're also grateful for that? To say, I'm glad I care so much about this. This is tearing me apart. But let's ride the wave, but also let's not be complacent. Let's not stay here if we don't like it, right? Let's try to find a way to make things better for ourselves. Because if you're not changing it, you are choosing it. And so this video, this rant, this whole idea is to ride the wave. Learn how to play the long game. You can't control the wave, but you can control your sailboat, the sail of your boat. So for dating, for business, for sales, we could take the actions that we can, but at the same time, we can't control other people. We could influence, we could shape their minds and their thinking with our own words, our arguments, our perceptions, our beliefs. But we can't change people's minds. We have to allow them, for them to change it themselves. You, whoever you're thinking about right now possibly, need to let them think for themselves. And only you can change is you, first and foremost. Learn how to play the long game. Learn how to enjoy the run, not the mile. I think this is me doing my whole social media agency thing. I'm working just so hard for this huge release of like, hey, I'm gonna be mentoring 50 people at once instead of just one-on-ones, and maybe I have 5 clients. No, I'm coaching 50 people with my business partner, with my brother. But I'm not just doing it because I want the money. It's nice. I can't deny that fact. But at the same time, I'm trying to sit with it and say, I'm enjoying this process of sitting down, being by myself, and creating a really cool product slash service that people are going to get behind and really learn and take off. I love interacting with people and people who want to change their life. I want to talk to those people. I want to be in circles who are filled with people who are purposefully driven. I want to enjoy the process of it all. I'm in Barcelona right now. I did a call with 70 people with my brother, my business partner. They're in the East Coast of California, of America. I'm 6 hours ahead. For some of these guys, I'm 9 hours ahead. I was up until 3 in the morning talking to 70 guys about mindset. It's possible. You could change your life if you ride the wave, if you're cool, calm, and collected, and just take a breath. That was an amazing call. If you are not in our Discord, you need to check out the link down below and join the Discord, because this Discord is for the purpose-driven men who want to change their lives, who want to take responsibility for everything. But back to what I was saying. It's 3 a.m. I'm taking this call. I'm enjoying just speaking. I love public speaking. And even though I was tired as fuck, I still had to get home. The metro wasn't running. I had a 40-minute walk home. I loved it. That was so much fun. That was an amazing experience. Whatever it is for you, that relationship, that interpersonal relationship, that romantic or platonic family member, that business deal, hiring manager, whoever it is in your life, whatever it is in your life, learn to play the long game. It's okay. Things will happen when they need to. Spencer, why don't you do this? Spencer, why don't you do that? Hey, these are excellent ideas. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. Now, in the future, I have plans. Oh, I never thought about it. Let me adopt that later on. But for right now, it's not time. I'm enjoying what I'm doing now. And I'm working towards this goal. And the goal isn't just 6 years. Okay, sure, understand that. The goal also isn't just, okay, I need to get through the week. I need to get through tomorrow. Have both. Have goals for tomorrow. Have goals for 6 months later. Some of the things I'm working on, I think are just huge. The biggest things that have happened to me is because I worked years to prepare for it. And even now, and not just in business or school, but even just in my own personal lives, let's just talk to people just to talk to people, see where it goes. Let's try to detach ourselves from the outcome. Just enjoy it for what it is. Sure, it's super easy, and I don't blame you because I have it myself. I have expectations and I have kind of hopes of where I want some of these interactions and some of these opportunities to go. But if it doesn't go that way, then that's okay. We pivot. Let's take the time to do things. It might be a relationship, okay? Well, let's play the long game. I'm not sure, let's pursue, but hey, let's just see where it goes if you're coming back for the next. Let's see where it is in 6 months. Let's not try to rush back into things. Getting a job. Getting back into the gym after an injury. I've had 2 concussions. I've broken both of my feet, both at once. I've been out of the gym and out of exercise for months on end. And that killed me. I grew up playing sports. I love sports. I love being active. And to not be in the gym, to not be active, oh, it hurts so much. But what's worse, not taking the time to actually heal and process and take care of yourself. Because when I went back to the gym and I wasn't fully ready, oh God, my head hurt even more. Because I wasn't willing and ready and patient enough to play the long game. And so my point driving home is whether how old you are, your situation or your experience, learn to just enjoy it for what it is. You might be a teenager, you might be a middle schooler, a college student, post-college, grad student, out of a job, in a job, been working for some time, married, divorced, retired, getting back, midlife crisis, going into a new job. You're both however old you are, but you're also however young you are. You're not just, for me, I'll say, I'm not just 21 years old. I'm also 21 years young. And this has been an insanely very hard concept for me to grasp. I've just been grinding. I also love it. But I also don't want that to be my whole life. And I also don't necessarily want that to be your entire life. You could work so hard. You could enjoy life so much. But there's more to life than just that one side, from that one perspective. For me, and maybe for you, there's more to life than just working. If you've been working so hard, ask yourself, at what point do I actually get to enjoy the things that I've been putting so much effort into? I've been working so hard for what? Because if you're not even enjoying that, that's how you get into addiction. That's how you get into smoking every single day, drinking, bad habits that are detrimental to your health, not just your mind, but your health and even your spirit. In reverse, if you're just enjoying life, at what point do you allow yourself to be prepared for the future? As much as we don't want to, the majority of us in life live in a societal standard of needing to pay bills, pay for your water, pay for your groceries, pay for your phone bill, pay for electricity. Learn to play the long game. Every single hard day you have, not just the good ones, but every hard day, the hard moment. God, I've had so many, whether it's about my family, about its relationships, or just things didn't go my way. It's not all the time, but I try my best, and I've been trying to do this the past 72 hours, because things have been going crazy. I've been trying to remind myself, even through difficulty, even through hard times, I'm still here. I'm still breathing. I'm still living. Today was a success. I got through the day, and I'm so grateful. Sometimes in our most difficult and hard times, you need to take it week by week. Sometimes it's day by day. Sometimes it's hour by hour. Sometimes it's minute by minute. I know for a lot of times, for me, it's second by second. Breathe, Spencer. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. It's okay that things suck. It's okay that things are going good. We want things to go good. But life isn't always good. Sometimes it just flat out sucks. And despite that, you're still here. You're still going. You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be in this video watching as far as you had if you didn't care, if you didn't want to keep going. I think even selfishly, and this goes back into my childhood, of dealing with the things I've been dealing with since I was young, of mental health, my issues, wanting to unalive themselves. Yeah, their coping mechanisms probably sucked. It sucked. It was not healthy. It was awful. Bad for the mind, spirit, and health. But even then, they were trying to seek out what was best for them. Now, I don't advocate for this, but I understand, hey, they were hurting so much that they resorted to really terrible, awful ways of coping to make them feel better, because that's what they knew. Hey, I need to change things. Now, it wasn't great, but it's what they did. It's what they did to get by. But that's a story for another time. Take the time to be patient. Take the time to play the long game, to just enjoy it for what it is and to detach yourself from the outcome. Because as much as you are old, you're also as much young. There's so much to life. Let's not try to get too tunnel vision. That's something my dad always told me to grow up on. And that was a hard concept for me to learn. I remember being in high school, and I got so lost in so much drama. To me, it was like life or death situations, tunnel vision. And my dad said, you're too focused on one outcome. Take a deep breath and look out. There's more to see. There's more solutions than to just what you're thinking. And at the time, I was like, no, Dad, you don't understand. You don't understand. But he did. He's been in your mind. He's been in my shoes, right? Now, yes, as you get older, you have more things to say. You have more things to teach. But so too if you are so young. You have that fresh new perspective. But just because you get aged, just because you're so young, doesn't mean you're necessarily here. We could learn from each other. Life is fluid. It has its ebbs and flows. So too does our emotions. So too does our situation. Take the time to breathe. Take the time to just enjoy it for what it is. And to be patient enough to just see where life takes you. Because isn't really what that journey is about? Isn't that really what life is about? The journey rather than just the destination. We're all going to the same place, 6 feet under, maybe into the ocean, right? Or right, we get cremated, right? Go get thrown off some rooftop, But even then, where'd we go? After life, we go down. Regardless of afterlife. It's about what we do during this time. It's about what we do during this life. Let's not get so detached on what we did in this life, but also, how did we live it? How did we experience it? How did we feel about it? Given our hand. Life's unfair. It's real. But what are you going to do about it? If you like this video and you want to see more of me, or more videos just like this, well, you know where the subscribe button is. If you press that subscribe button, there's a little thing that kind of just glows and whatnot. So, until the next time, until I see you later, I will see you later. Peace.